Hey guys, this is Apollo here, and today I'm doing an unboxing of the best Hit Chronicle 2 to 5th scale Sega Saturn. Alright, here is the box itself. Now, well, I can't really get this guy building. Well, maybe not, because it's a collector's item as far as I feel about this kit. So yeah, best Hit Chronicle Sega Saturn. It's a very, very interesting line of stuff that Bandai's been doing. And the first time was Sega Saturn, now the PlayStation, and this month they're gonna release the cup noodle, which kind of pointless, but the Sega Saturn and PlayStation do serve some purpose in some way, I suppose. But you know what? I'm happy I got this kit. So I picked. Fortunately, the hobby store I go to doesn't carry this kit as of now. So it could change later. Maybe when the cup noodle comes out, maybe it might come. I'm not sure. But I bought some HJ probably around $35. I mean, before shipping, it was like about $30 worth of in terms of the price. And shipping, I only pay about like $5-6 because my school club was mass ordering the stuff from HJ, so I got this for it's a reasonable price. So yeah, but fortunately, I am not good in retro consoles. I mean, as much as I want to tell very much about it, I have to bring in someone here who is very good in explaining this kind of stuff. And this guy is drunk enough to know more about this console, and it is literally the console itself. May I bring you in Sega Saturn to Sega Saturn? Come here, bitch. Yes, it's on.
Okay. Hi, everybody! This is the Sega Saturn, which is me, and I'm really excited because this is very, very interesting because I'm finally a motor kit myself. And it is very, very cool. I'm so excited! I can't wait.
Okay, can you just stop? It's creeping me out slightly. Can you just explain a little bit about this console really? I mean, yourself was the same, so just explain a little about yourself.
Okay, so this is the best console in the whole world, and it is not other than the Sega Saturn itself. Sega Saturn is better than PlayStation can eat my butt because that is so bad. And yeah, it's very, very, very good, and you know what? It's powerful, it's cool.
Okay, can you shut the mother couldn't stop, please? I don't get what you're saying. Can you please explain it properly?
It's the best console in the whole world, and I am the best console in the whole world. Screw Mega Drive, screw Dreamcast. This is the best console.
Okay, Joe told me I couldn't stop. First of all, you're not explaining what this console is. You're just bragging on yourself and try to boast this console as being the best console. What the hell are you talking about? I don't understand what you're saying. I don't even know what you're talking about. And I brought you here for a reason. You got a console yourself. You know yourself better, and you're supposed to explain the brief history and the damn specifications of the console, not freaking brag about it. Can you just go? I'll do it myself right now.
But I explained.
No, you did not explain it. Get the hell out of here, and I'm gonna explain all this myself.
Okay.
What? She's a bitch, really. Okay, so since he's not helping out really, I'm gonna explain a little brief history about the Sega Saturn myself. Okay, so basically, the Sega Saturn is a console released, I think, around 1995, if I'm not mistaken, in Japan at first, and then followed by America. And initially, when it was released in Japan, the Sega Saturn was doing pretty well in Japan, really. So it was actually doing better than PlayStation for him. I mean, people remember the PlayStation because it's you know more popular in America than the Sega Saturn itself. But for its time, the Sega Saturn is a really powerful console. Like it has I think two 32-bit CPUs, and then it's very powerful at the time. Like it's the one of the most revolutionary sorry with the dog. But anyways, it's a very revolutionary console of its time because I mean it's technically like a 64-bit console, but in a way it's not really 64-bit because it's 32-bit CPU. So it's very weird. But well, it was selling well in Japan, and when Sega decided to release in America, this is where they messed it up. So basically, the Sega Saturn, well, okay, initially this was, if I remember correctly, this was released on 1996 in September, if I'm not mistaken, about the same time. Not the same time, sorry. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's supposed to compete with the PlayStation, but somehow Sega messed themselves up, and instead they sold the Sega Saturn on May instead of, I think, September, if I'm not mistaken. So May, surprise launch 4 months before its actual release date. So people weren't prepared to get the Sega Saturn because they were all waiting for like September to release later in that year release. I can't remember the month, but later in that year. So that's one of the reasons why Sega did well in the international market as well as Japan. So that really sucks. And not only that, the PlayStation at the time was cheaper than the Sega Saturn. Not only that, the Sega Saturn was I think in the US it was about $400. The PlayStation was, if I remember correctly, it was $300, $299. So I was just around $300. So $100 more than the PlayStation. Not only that, what was that? Okay, because of how Sega makes the specification of the console are really complicated. So when it comes to developing games, it's very, very difficult. Unlike the PlayStation, where if I remember correctly, if a game developer wants to develop a game for PlayStation, they can just pay a $10 fee to Sony, so that, and then they will give the licensing fee to the game developers, and what's more, the specification of the PlayStation was much more simpler. So coming to develop games for the PlayStation was easier as opposed to Sega Saturn. Not only that, third party support for the Sega Saturn is very limited. Like when it comes to third party games, Sega Saturn was very, very, very hard to make games of, really. So fortunately, that's why the Sega Saturn flopped in the international, especially in the US. So it was selling about, in Japan, it was selling about, I think, 500 units in Japan. So it was doing well on PlayStation. But when it came to the international market, that's how. And when Sega was doing its what do I say? Sorry, I'm just like sure that's something. When Sega was trying to release the international market, that's where the marketing campaigns weren't that great as compared to Japan. So basically, to sum it up, really, reason why the Sega Saturn failed miserably outside of Japan is the very extremely limited third-party support. So the surprise release, which was 4 months earlier than the original release date. A very powerful the price, and the specification of the console, which is very powerful and it's very expensive, and the fact that the Sega Saturn did not have an original Sonic game. So basically, the only Sonic games we would get in Sega Saturn were basically, I guess, so-called reissues from the Genesis or Mega Drive or Genesis in America. So that's why, I believe why that's how the Sega Saturn failed, because there was no. They developed Sonic Extreme, which is meant to be Sega Saturn, but unfortunately, because they went through development hell, that game never saw the day. Was like, although if you do get like a little preview version, which is something like I guess like a unfinished game, and just polish it slightly and just to make it playable in some form, which is available online, but I don't have an emulator, unfortunately. So that kind of sucks. And so that's my friends, is why the Sega Saturn was a failure in the international market. So if Sega probably didn't do that, I think it probably sold well. And the fact that it didn't have a Silent key, that really sucks. So okay, enough of the history. Let's go unboxing. So fortunately, I have to do that myself because the bitch didn't know how to explain it herself. Okay, so this is a plastic model kit. I mean, it's a very, very interesting model. I mean, I can imagine people buying the PlayStation or this model kit and modifying to put Raspberry Pi inside and just, install emulators inside of it. It's just possible. I mean, I'm not going to do that, but it is possible. So basically, this is the basic front and back shot of the Sega Saturn model kit. Yep, it's pretty interesting. I mean, it's a really, really nostalgic, if I put it. I never owned a Sega Saturn myself, really. I'm more a PlayStation guy, to be honest. But I love the Sega Saturn because when I was a kid, I played a lot of Sega arcade games. So, yeah, that's a little bit of a little backstory about the Sega Saturn. I mean, I have to do a lot of research on it, and I'm not good in these kind of things, but I have to do it myself. I'm hopeful to own one of these consoles myself one day, because Sega Saturn is probably one of my favorite consoles I mean, all the Sega consoles are pretty my favorite, like the Mega Drive, the Dreamcast, and the Sega Saturn. Yeah. Yep. So yeah, this is the first kit in the line. So it looks like I'm not sure that I'm going to build this kit. I'm not gonna build if I'm going to build this kit or not, because I'm not. I think I'm going to keep it as it is, really, because I'm not going to review. I don't know. Who knows? But I will let you guys know if I'm building this kit. Doesn't mention the price, but this is, I believe, 2,500 yen. So this is a really expensive kit for a small kit like this, really. So this is interesting. So every single detail is copied on this little small kit. First back, we have the B2 plate, which is the casing of the Sega Saturn. You get the stickers for which all the little details, like little markings on the console. And the back we have the casing of more casing stuff. That's the door hinge and the controller. The E2 plate, which is the buttons on the console and the game controller. And on the back, speaking about, before I forget, this is actually the Japanese version of the console. So I remember, if you guys have a Sega Saturn back in the day, we most probably have the black color one. There are two models of the Sega Saturn. This is the first model. The second model is slightly different. It's similar, so I mean redesign. C plate, which is the power supply. What plate is it? I can't. Let's see what plate is it. Okay, that's a bit weird. There is no. Oh, D plate. Okay, fine. Okay, D plate, which is the CD and the disc sensor, and then the wire for the console. And the last back, we have the A plate, which is the motherboard, the circuit board for the controller. You got the memory card hinge. You got the disc reader, the heatsink, power plug, the disc rotator thingy, ports for the controller, and the clear black for the front of the console and the top of the console. Very nice. Okay, put that aside for a moment. So okay, here's the manual, and it's very reminiscent to the original manual of the original Sega Saturn, the console itself. So that's pretty neat. I mean, I really like that. The build is pretty much it's just very simple. I mean, it's a very simple kit. I mean, I mentioned, like I said, I can imagine people modifying this Sega Saturn to actually work as like actual console, like to put a Raspberry Pi inside. So I mean, it is possible. And here's all this the history of the Sega Saturn, the specifications, all that stuff. I mean, even get a guide of how to paint the kit, because the kit doesn't come in fully painted. So if I would do a small kit, I would probably do the same. Not completely, but enough to make sure. Because I mean, all those guys I saw on Facebook who built like the master grades and then they paint it in a frame, but end up don't seeing it. It's the same idea here, really. So yeah. Before I forget, the stickers. I forgot to mention that. Here's the plug of the controller and the buttons for the controller, and here are the game for this. You get nice Sakura War 2. I'm not familiar with that game. Nice and Dreams, I know, because I think I played when I was young. Some games, like nice games when I was a kid, and of course Virtua Fighter. Virtua Fighter is the one I remember the most. That's for sure. And the battery button as well. I forgot. Okay, so that is the unboxing of and a little bit brief history of the Best Hit Chronicle Sega Saturn. So I don't know if I'm gonna build this kit or not, because honestly, I want to keep this kit as it is, because let's face it, because this kit is pretty interesting. It's like keeping a console, like if I'm selling on eBay, really. I mean, I want to keep this as a collector item. I'm not sure when to build this or not. If I want to build it, I'll probably get another one of these. But as of now, I'll keep it in the box. But I hope you guys enjoyed the little brief history about the Sega Saturn that I explained myself. Minus the bitch who didn't explain herself. Okay, but yeah, sorry if this video took a little longer. But I will edit some footage inside to fill in the details about the game itself. No, okay, so I mean the history of Sega Saturn itself. So yeah, that's what, guys. Thanks for watching this unboxing, and stay tuned for more videos. Peace out.